anything grows, anything goes. Devil is alive, looking for the prize. That's eternal life, and bringing the things in my mind. I'm talking real peace of mind. That's something money can't buy.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy KingMarcell, and we back with another video. Today we about to check out why Future abandoned Drake. Now we already know what's been going on for the last couple months with the beef with Kendrick and Drake and against the whole industry. A lot of people want to say that Drake is innocent, but to me, you can't have these many niggas coming at your top that used to be cool with you. Literally, all of the niggas that diss Drake used to be cool with him. All of them decide to turn their back on you. When it's this many people, bro, I think we need to start looking at you, Drake. So we about to check out why Future abandoned him. I thought that it was because of a female, but this video is like 19 minutes long. So maybe it's a little bit deeper than that. Maybe it's some stuff that I don't know. So we finna get straight into this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into this.
Drake and Future stand as the #1 most streamed duo in rap history. However, thanks to recent events, we may never hear them on the same song ever again. From countless chart-topping hits together, breaking records touring the world, and of course their 2016 collab album, What a Time to Be Alive, this once inseparable pair was an instant recipe for a smash hit.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. OVO free bands.
They got a lot of hits. I won't take that away from them niggas.
Future's 5 most streamed songs in his career are with Drake. So what happened? At least from the surface, it appears that Future was the one who abandoned Drake. But why would Future ditch his once frequent collaborator and close friend?
Is that what happened?
Also one of the biggest artists on the planet. Well, as we begin to break down the lyrics and reveal the truth behind these stars' unexpected split, the real reason will likely surprise you. According to Drake on Family Matters, his messy split from Future made him, quote, sick to his stomach. And honestly, us fans around the world feel the same way too. Having racked up billions of combined streams together, including their certified diamond single, Life is Good, the two seemingly great chemistry has only made their recent beef more confusing. However, despite Drake and Future's insane musical success as a duo, the truth is their relationship has been rocky behind the scenes from the very beginning. And in order to fully understand the current situation, first we have to go back to where it all began. Believe it or not, since Drake and Future's first song together, there has been tension. Fresh off of a string of hot mixtapes in the Atlanta trap scene, back in 2011, Future stated that Drake actually reached out to him first to hop on a remix to his song. And
yeah, he was doing what Drake do best. That's what it sounded like already. He was trying to treat Future like, hey, you the new kid on the block, right? Well, you ain't that successful as me, so how about we help each other? You get on the song with me, and I steal your fans. I steal your flow. I steal everything from you, all right? Come on, man.
His breakout hit Tony Montana to
this
a whole
story
new
sounding
audience.
real
This would
old.
also mark the first bump in the two shaky friendship.
So many people from Atlanta wanted to get on this song, and it's just like basically a slap in my face because they like, shit, you should have did it for somebody from Atlanta who was gonna get in the video, who wanted to be part of your video.
Future claimed that it was a slap in the face for Drake not to appear in his Tony Montana music video. However, this was just a small insult compared to what was about to come. Future is probably one of my favorite people to come to the studio with just based off his work ethic, said Drake back in 2012. But while the two had clearly been developing chemistry, including collaborating again on the banger Love Me with Lil Wayne, along with Drake featuring on Future's trap music mixtape, that same year in 2013 though came more drama.
So when we was at the studio, Drake came by the studio, and I always tell my engineer, started from the bottom. So when I put the beats on, I was like, man, put the beats in. So I always started from the bottom. He telling me this story. He bought me a bottle of Louis XIII that I never opened up.
Wow.
Because of this story, and I'm like, man, I want a bottle, I need publishing.
Fuck on the real, nigga, what the fuck? You just created a smash hit on some shit you know I say in the studio, nigga. And you gonna give me a bottle or some shit, nigga? Give me my motherfucking money. Stop. See, this what I'm talking about. This the shit right here. And see, I ain't know a lot of this shit. I had heard of this, a couple of these things in the last video, but they didn't go in depth that he started from the bottom. Am I tripping? Was that in that last video? Or maybe I wasn't paying attention. But that's wild. Drake steals everything. That's the conclusion that I'm coming to, Joe. And that's crazy. I know a lot of people are coming to that conclusion because Every bit of everything is bits and pieces from other people, and he brings it together. Nigga, just be a producer, nigga. But you being the artist, that shit is damn near over with, nigga.
That he allegedly inspired the hook for Drake's hit Started From the Bottom, a single from his third album, Nothing Was the Same. But although Future seemed to joke about it in the interview, still saying he'd rather have publishing on the song than a bottle of liquor, what happened just a month later was no laughing matter.
When you order Mix and Match from Domino's, you can get more than just your favorite pizza. You can get specialty chicken, savory...
These ads, crazy.
Following the release of his album in 2013, Drake was set to embark on his Would You Like a Tour world tour, alongside Future, who was originally announced as an opener. But just days before the tour was set to kick off, which it's important to note that this was scheduled to be Future's first ever tour, that was until Future was removed from the concert's lineup due to an interview he did with Billboard 2 weeks prior. Drake made an album that is full of hits, but it doesn't grab you. Future allegedly told Billboard in regards to Nothing Was the Same.
So, wait, that's two things. There's two things. First off, damn, Future, what you was on with him then? You was about to go on tour with him. Now that is kind of petty. But what was going on behind the scenes? But my thing is that that's what I be trying to tell people about Drake. He doesn't have none of his albums after Take Care had any like care put into them. It wasn't like a topic. It wasn't the albums didn't mean shit. It's exactly what he just said right there. They were just a bunch of hits slapped on the CD with a title. That's not... And then for him to be considered the best of hip-hop doing that shit has always pissed me off. Because I'm like, nigga, you are not furthering hip-hop. You are just keeping it in this stagnated sludge. But giving us these repetitive ass sounds and shit. I don't want to hear that shit no more, man. I'm tired of other motherfuckers wanting to hear it. But second off, was that deep enough to just pull them off the tour? Y'all couldn't talk? Yeah, these niggas be acting kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie.
I've been on the song
kind of act like hoes, I ain't gonna lie.
And my music
playing them
is
little
still
games
better.
with each other.
However, immediately after going public, Future called cap on the article. Respect to Billboard, but I'm disappointed on being misquoted. Always love for my fam Drizzy Drake. Future tweeted as his team forced Billboard to remove these statements, claiming they were taken out of context.
I told him, I was like, man, he got a great album. I was like, Drake a dope artist, he a dope writer. I said so many good things about him. They didn't put that in the interview though.
But regardless of if Future actually said those exact words or not, according to the wave of rumors that followed, this Billboard interview clearly upset Drake. In addition to Page 6 reporting that Drake was,
been getting his feelings hurt over way less. That's what we talking about. He has gotten his feelings hurt over way less than that. It's not a stretch to think that, oh, he got in his feelings about this. He took him off the tour. What are we talking about? Of course he was in his feelings. He wasn't on the tour anymore.
So angry that he immediately demanded Future be booted from the tour, telling his agent either Future gets fired or he'll fire him. Also came reports that Future was allegedly planning to file a lawsuit against Drake for lost wages. Seeing as he was said to earn about $40,000 per show on Drake's tour, this rumored lawsuit was said to total $1.5 million.
He was on there.
Despite Future's plans to sue Drake in 2014, the two would soon put their differences aside and rejoin forces. As not only did we see Future get added back to Drake's tour lineup, but then we saw the pair team up again on Future's second album, Honest, on a track titled Never Satisfied.
Every time I show up here, he just has like a different album done. He has like a different set of like 10 incredible songs to play. And, you know, for somebody, you know, me, I take a lot of time to make music, you know. And,
yeah, because you got to steal it from other people and then glue that shit together.
At this point in time, Drake and Future were a duo locked in for success. But then, as the year of 2015 rolled around,
my thing is that if I got to damn near sue you, I damn near not doing business with you ever again. I don't give no fuck how lucrative it is. I don't give no fuck what numbers you talking about. If I didn't have to sue you before, I didn't have to sue you again. I'm not working with you no more after that. The fuck? Let's see how you get along.
Take things to a whole nother level. To continue his streak of appearing on each of Future's first 3 albums came their now 4-time platinum collaboration, Where Ya At, leaving Drake as the only feature on the classic Dirty Sprite 2. And in addition to this time Drake actually showing up in the song's music video, which we need to note that the song was produced by Metro Boomin, it was actually during these recording sessions for Where Ya At in 2015 between Future, Metro, and Drake that another idea was formed.
Right now, this shit we making is a whole new wave. it like changed the game. Everybody had to go back to the game board and like, damn, we never ever thought this would happen.
Each with now a #1 project.
I ain't gonna lie. Future ain't never made nothing like that made me feel that way. Like, not gonna lie. Even the shit that he did with Drake, like those were hit songs. Yes, they had a couple hit songs. A couple of them bitches I like. It's like the jingle to it. You feel me? It's the melody. But is it like, man, my top 5 greatest songs? No. Kendrick got a couple. And this ain't me trying to, man, cause motherfucker call me a Kendrick stan, bro. I can't help that he my favorite artist, bro. He the only one talking about shit. He the only one talking about shit. All the rest of these niggas talking about shooting each other, fucking each other bitches and shit like that, bro. That ain't what I want to hear, bro. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's not what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I really got to apologize, I guess, to niggas for that. You know what I'm saying? I almost forgot. I'm sorry that I don't want to listen to all that bullshit all the time. Some of that shit be catchy, it be a melody. You get me shaking my head, but I guess I got to be the grandpa in the situation and say, that's not my cup of tea. Oh shit, that's not my cup of tea. I like substance in my music, especially my hip hop, because that was supposed to be what it was about from the start. And a lot of y'all be arguing with me about this shit, man. To me, it's not an argument at all, because y'all obviously don't understand the roots of hip hop and why I don't respect what Drake is doing. The shit that he's doing is poison to what hip hop was truly meant for, and it was for black people to express what they were going through. Simple. No one can argue that. No one can stand in between that. Motherfuckers want to say, oh, well, shit evolved and shit like this. So it went from talking about black men and women being able to express themselves to fucking each other, doing drugs and killing each other. And we supposed to be okay with that. I'm like, come on, I'm not okay with that. And I won't let nobody try to tell me that I'm a Kendrick stan. You goddamn right, because I don't like listening to all that weird shit y'all be listening to.
Belts, Future with DS2, and Drake with If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. 2015 was the perfect time to make an album together. Thus came one of the biggest joint albums, What a Time to Be Alive, in September. Drawing comparisons.
Lost Indiana Medicaid?
Where can we find a low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers
Comparisons to Jay-Z and Kanye's Watch the Throne, and utilizing a Shutterstock image as the artwork, on par with some of Future's other album covers. According to Drake's interview with Sane Low, the two allegedly recorded this entire album in 6 days.
And then like at the height of niggas being hot, like they come together.
Like come on, like that, like that's the perfect. Like come on, they made that bullshit in 6 days. And Drake thinks that these projects, compared to anything that Kendrick done, that takes years to make. Because it's actually thought and care put into it. Not just putting out hit songs that's going to brainwash the people over and over again, bro. He got people listening to him, so he don't want to be irresponsible and lead people down the wrong path. Drake don't give a fuck. That's the difference. Like, come on, y'all niggas gotta think, man.
Like, just
I'm not talking about all of y'all, because I got some solid motherfuckers who on my channel, but it's this one guy, he tripped me out with that shit, man. He tripped me out with it. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. But man, somebody hopped in my comment section saying that shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But it's these Drake stands, bro. I don't know what's wrong with them. They crazy.
I went to Atlanta and spent 6 days with Future as a machine. I've never seen anybody with that much of a catalog. Digital Dash, he had just bodied it so much, recalls Drake of the album's intro. That was the realization of, we're gonna do this whole project together. And who better to executive produce the project than Metro Boomin. Already having worked with Future on songs like Honest
shit.
And Once Before with Drake, Metro would end up landing production credits on 8 of the 11 total tracks. However, this is important to remember, because as we're about to see in a second, Metro Boomin played a large role in Drake and Future's relationship crashing down. FBG OVO 100% raps Drake on the album in reference to their 2 record labels, along with easily debuting at #1. Following the massive success of What a Time to Be Alive, the pair would then announce their Summer 16 co-headlining tour. Totaling 54 shows across North America, Drake and Future would set the record for the highest grossing hip-hop tour of all time, with over $84 million raked in. But
and then that's what somebody tried to argue argue with me too. Somebody tried to tell me that Drake had won had the highest grossing tour, hip hop tour ever. He did. But two things. Since then, Kendrick has beaten that, right, by a margin. So now Kendrick has that title. But not only that, Kendrick was on tour with Future, another headliner, and did those numbers. Kendrick did it and broke that record by itself. He didn't go on tour with somebody else and headline his tour. That was all off the album that everybody want to say is his weakest album. The latest album that he just came out with. That's what he broke the record with. It's like, but it's like they don't search none of this shit. They don't want to know none of this shit. Because as soon as I said this to Buddy who said that wild shit to me, he didn't say nothing else. I'm just, oh yeah, you want to live in make-believe land. That's why. You want to keep riding this nigga no matter what happens. And that shit's wild to me.
Own record only 2 years later on tour with the Migos. Again in 2016, Drake and Future were the biggest duo in music, and for a while there, it was smooth sailing at the top for these two stars. In addition to their Zaytoven-produced single, Used to This, also came another 5 songs released before the pandemic. First was Grammys off of Drake's biggest album, Views, Blue Tint from Scorpion, we heard 2 Future features on Dark Lane demo tapes, and of course we can't forget their diamond single, Life is Good in 2020.
Never turn my back on FBG, God forbid.
But then, only a year later, came Certified
but what ended up happening?
An album that included another collab, Way Too Sexy, which is surprisingly Future's first song ever to reach the #1 spot on Billboard. Today, Drake claims that he had to, quote, put Future's first #1 in his hand, basically flexing, saying that Future needed him in order to top the charts. But back in 2021, it at least appeared to be all love between the two. Drake and Future were constantly popping out at each other's shows, partying it up at Magic City, and always showing love to each other on social media. All things that fans noticed was not the case just a year later, with 3 of the 5 most streamed Future songs featuring Drake on them as well.
That gotta suck for Future to be beefing with this nigga now and to know that literally that most of my successful songs is because of this nigga. But his first one, he did that shit by himself. He can't say that his best one is with Drake. Nah, nigga, my best one is me by myself. That's why, man, I don't know. I just hate, if I was Future, I know he in a weird little space right now, man. For real.
Something very significant had to have happened for Future to split from Drake, the world's most streamed rapper year in and year out. And although the duo still had one more global hit in them in 2022, this one never felt close to the same. In April of 2022, Future released his 9th studio album, I Never Liked You, which included 2 features from Drake, I'm On One and Wait For You. However, although Wait For You featuring Thames was one of the biggest songs of last summer, winning a Grammy and becoming Future's second #1 hit. Aside from the music video, though, neither Drake nor Future promoted this hit. They have never performed this song together, which is strange compared to their constant performances in the past.
Didn't know that.
As it turns out, this is likely the last song we'll ever hear Drake and Future release. In the months following Wait For You, fans began to speculate that something was up behind the scenes, as Drake and Future had never gone this long without being seen together. And then, in November of 2022, following Drake's collab album Her Loss with not Future but instead another rapper, 21 Savage, this would only fuel the rumors even more.
I heard that's a big rumor that Future is not too happy this Drake and 21 Savage album.
That's because Future and Drake did an album before.
And it makes Drake and Future album not as important, I would say.
That's what he feels.
I never got what he meant when he said that though. Like, how wouldn't it be the same? I mean, how would it take away from y'all album? I really didn't understand what he meant when he said that shit, because it's like, nigga, maybe that was just a jab towards 21 Savage. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he was just like, nigga, that nigga ain't up there with me. What the fuck you doing shit with him for? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We gonna see.
Future
A lot of
was
shit
upset
going
that
on.
Drake teamed up with 21 Savage for an album. While we've seen Future himself do collab albums with other rappers in the past, the fact that Future had been pushing for the release of him and Drake's sequel, What a Time to Be Alive 2, claiming on Instagram back in 2019 that the album was already cooked up, it's possible Future was a little jealous that Drake chose a different Atlanta rapper to do an album with instead.
I got it being true too. I have it being true.
I gotta be true now. Not saying he's throwing a temper tantrum in his new 8-figure house, but I think he looked at his phone with one of those meme faces.
But again, while nothing was ever confirmed, another year passed with still no sign of the two together. However, speculation would only skyrocket in 2023 when Drake dropped his album For All the Dogs, with the deluxe edition totaling out at a long 29 tracks, and including features from countless industry rappers including 21 Savage, Yeat, J. Cole, Chief Keef, and Lil Yachty to name a few. Not one of them was his formerly frequent collaborator, Future. Also seen is the fact that Future did not repost or share Drake's album on social media like he typically always had in the past. At this point, their beef was all but confirmed. And then, just 4 months later, it was. In March of 2024, Future and Metro Boomin teamed up to literally shake the entire rap game as we knew it. With the release of We Don't Trust You also recruiting the help of Kendrick Lamar, it was immediately clear that they were trying to take out Drake, featuring bars from Future on the album's opening track reading, "You a dude's #1 fan dog, sneak dissin' I don't understand dog," as well as possibly hinting at the real reason the two are beefing, pillow talking acting like a fed, I don't need another fake friend, can't be 'bout a hoe cause we sharing dog. These lyrics directed at Drake not only confirm their beef, but also seem to line up with the theory many fans have made on the internet. After the release of We Don't Trust You, fans began tracing back Drake lyrics from the past few years. That could potentially now have a deeper meaning, as subliminal disses aimed at Future.
Drake don't. But the thing is, though, it's the... How could you be mad? Y'all supposedly fucking the same bitches, right? Y'all both said this in the song. If this bitch come back and tell you something... First of all, Drake, you pillow talking wild as hell. And if you was talking shit about that nigga to one of the females y'all be sharing, that's wild. That's wild as hell. Well, what the fuck? It's like, why y'all doing this in the first? Why are y'all sharing females in the first place? That's what I never understood about that industry shit. And it make me think like, man, it gotta be some whole other shit going on low key. Cause why y'all all fucking with the same women? It's more women than men. It's literally more women than men. Why the fuck are y'all all choosing the same women to deal with? I just never understood that. I never understood that whatsoever. Then to be letting a bitch come and pillow talk and get y'all riled up, and y'all should have been like, fuck that shit if anything. But my thing is, well, at least just separate peacefully. Because hearing all this shit sound petty. This shit sound petty as hell. But it's just going into those just slide ways of Drake that people just don't fuck with. It's like, man, I can let go all of the other shit, but then you start doing it to me. That's what it be, I feel like. Like these niggas be around Drake, they see the slippery shit he do, but they like, they be cool. Like Yachty right now, they be cool until he do something to them. And that shit, I don't know, bro. That shit just not real. So it's like, to a certain extent, I don't blame him for not fucking with him no more because of that shit, because of the pillow talking shit. Let me just say that. But it's y'all be putting yourselves in these situations.
Do a diss like outright diss song where it's a headshot. He's gonna set it up like war.
Beginning with Her Loss on the track More M's, which notably was the only Metro Boomin produced beat on the album. Dudes ain't got love for the boy, so they fake it. Crack a couple jokes to some girls on some snake, but if I send a verse to they, they'll take it. Shoot a video, arm around like we aces, or pop out at my shows, jump around with me on stages. Along with also,
what happened to that claiming OVO, we traded him.
And again, remember Future would previously be on social media flexing his OVO chains and reposting his former friend Drake. However though, this still doesn't answer why the two split up. Well, in addition to Future sneak dissing Drake about pillow talking and sharing a girl, also came the popular internet theory to support this claim. This claim that Future and Drake are actually beefing over a girl. Might have slept with a rapper girl, but you ain't F Drake yet. Read more lyrics from Her Loss. But as speculation continued to grow, fans dug deeper. It was initially believed that Drake's 2023 track What Would Pluto Do was paying homage to Future. As the chorus reads, what would Pluto do? He F that girl, so I did it. However, after their beef was confirmed, fans now think this song has a totally different meaning. It is now believed Drake was instead saying that since he knew Future was with this one particular girl, he slept with her too as a way to get back at Future.
That shit's creepy. Now that's what makes this shit creepy. Why? even if it is just to get back at the nigga for some shit you feel like he did something to you, that's the route you always taking, is that you want to stick your dick into the same place that these niggas stuck theirs. That's weird, bro. Even if she a throwaway, even if, you know what I'm saying, whatever y'all call these women, it's weird that you want to go up in them after them, bro. Like you was trying to get with Rick Ross girl after Rick Ross had just been with her, bro, and was doing shit with her, bro. You wanted his sloppy seconds. You want everybody sloppy seconds, bro. And y'all niggas be respecting that?
The cruelest thing to do is to be cool with a dude and effing on his girl. Future raps on his track Rockstar Chains. I know dudes do it to me, so I'm always gonna send that hit. But as rumors continued swirling, it was then discovered that Drake and Future may low-key be beefing over this girl, Just Tokyo. Back in September of 2023, Just Tokyo was spotted backstage at Drake's tour stop in Miami. And along with then posting this picture of herself in March backstage at Future and Metro's Rolling Loud performance, while also wearing Future's merch, Just Tokyo has been linked to Future romantically for years. And to support this theory deeper came this bar in Drake's first diss response push-ups, rapping, "I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan." Again, what initially seems like on the surface a pretty basic bar, after claims of Just Tokyo being the one behind their split, fans connected the dots.
I'm the only Japanese in the family, so I guess I don't know.
Literally stating he is big in Japan, it is assumed Drake was hinting that he slept with the same girl as Future. Not to mention, Japan is actually Drake's worst market commercially, and he has never performed there ever in his career.
I've never been to Italy, never been to Tokyo.
This kiwi?
What the fuck? See, that shit weird. That's really like some weird ass nigga energy, Joe. That ain't gonna lie to you. That shit is not it. Like niggas who like thrive off of this shit like that, y'all ass is weird. Any little Drake fans who they like, oh, he just fucking they bitches while the band. That's what y'all want to do, is fuck your man's girls. Any of y'all who homie be really riding Drake and they say shit like that, you should look at them sideways like, wait, so you'll fuck my bitch? You'll try to fuck my girl? You think that shit okay? You think that's okay to test the water like that? Cause niggas like that you don't need around you. Niggas like Drake you don't need around you, who as soon as you turn your back, he gonna try to get in where you trying to build something with. That's weird, bro.
The Drizzy Chippendale probably got your bitch a no. Chippendale are two cartoon chipmunks who are known for outsmarting Pluto the dog. Which not only do we know that Pluto is Future's nickname, but the very next day after posting at Drake's concert came this post from Just Tokyo, showing off her new Chanel shoes, thus leading us to believe this bar is yet another subliminal diss at Future.
Drake's a little sloppy with it, where like, yo, all these guys, they share like the same crop of girls, but it's like, yo, these are like the community chicks that we all bang, and yo, you're doing certain shit.
But whether or not Just Tokyo or any other girl is actually the reason behind their recent drama, Drake had a few more disses in store for his old friend. I could never be nobody #1 fan. Drake raps on push-ups responding to Future. Your first #1, I had to put it in your hand. Along with again bragging that Future needed his help in order to get his first #1 hit, also came these lyrics in Drake's other diss track, Family Matters. Pluto make me sick to my stomach, we ain't never really been through it. Drake claimed their split made him sick. It was these next bars that reveal a big reason why. Leland Wayne, he a f***ing lame, so I know he had to be an influence. These dudes had a plan and they finally found a way to rope you into it. 2 separate albums dissing, both Future and Metro's We Don't Trust You and their sequel 3 weeks later. I just did the Kim to it, man skimmed through it. Leland Wayne is Metro Boomin's real government name, who Drake claims was the one who roped Future into joining this beef. And as it turns out, Metro Boomin is arguably the one most responsible for the split of Drake and Future. But what exactly went down? Metro Shut Your Ho Ass Up and Make Some Drums may honestly have been the most disrespectful way for Drake to diss
That shit was funny as fuck, I ain't gonna lie, but then he did that shit with that that nigga show copyrighted my shit.
Drizzy beat. The truth is, Drake and Metro Boomin's beef dates back to 2022. As another great previous duo we'll likely never hear again, collaborating multiple times through the years, tensions began 2 years ago when Drake and Metro hit the studio to play some beats.
I was just in the studio with Drake one time, because we were going to do some stuff for my album, and he just wanted to hear some songs from my album. Then he heard that one and really wanted to get on it.
After hearing Metro's song Trance off his upcoming album, Drake immediately wanted to do a verse on it. However, despite as tempting as it may be, Metro Boomin made a decision that very few rappers or producers in the world would ever make.
I was letting him know that he was really just done for real, and I was really just set on. He did some stuff, a couple parts was cool, but like I just felt like Slime verse and Trav verse and the outro, it was just already like, it just really wasn't no room.
Metro Boomin decided to remove Drake's verse from his album Heroes and Villains, and many fans correctly suspected there was a deeper reason. Shortly after the release of Metro's album in December of 2022, the unreleased Drake version of Trance would suspiciously hit the internet. It's widely believed this was Drake and his team getting back at Metro for cutting his verse.
And it's crazy because I just heard that Yachty just did something similar to this, so this is then the confirmation that Yachty doing this wild ass shit to people from Drake. This ain't how you handle business.
Did not like this and retaliated in the most Metro Boomin way possible. If you can't tell by now, Metro is also a very petty dude. And after Drake's version of Trance would leak, Metro himself then leaked the original version of Drake's Knife Talk.
I had that song. That song was supposed to go on Savage Mode too.
Yeah.
I sent him that song like 2 days before the album came out.
Really?
Swear to God. He did his verse. The day before the album came out, he did his verse.
Knife Talk was originally just a 21 in Metro track meant for Savage Mode 2, and as a way to try and get back at him, the version that Metro leaked and shared is the version without Drake. Then about another year passed, and in December of 2023, although he did produce one song on Her Loss, again the song that Drake supposedly dissed Future on, Metro had this to say on Twitter though, after Her Loss kept winning awards over his album. Yet Her Loss still keeps winning Rap Album of the Year over Heroes and Villains. Proof that award shows are just politics and not for me. The true award and reward is knowing that the music I spent so much time on brings joy to people's everyday lives. While this post is extra interesting considering the seemingly great relationship too between Metro and 21 Savage, who is obviously the other artist on Her Loss and who basically came up with Metro Boomin, but it's also likely that Metro had worked hard on What a Time to Be Alive too, and similar to the rumors about Future, it's possible Metro also feels slighted by Drake for ditching their project for Her Loss, since again, What a Time to Be Alive 2 was said to be already in the works back in 2019.
That's making more sense lining up with why Future felt some type of way about Drake doing something with 21 Savage in the first place. So then they was like, we just gonna do our own thing then. Nigga, you playing Drake, so we just gonna go and do our own thing. That's making more and more sense now after listening to all of this. That's the reason. You start playing, you fuck that bitch, you start feeling some type of way. You didn't want to do the other album with Future. Future knew it was because of the girl. You already been doing fuck shit to all of these niggas. They like, man, nigga, and then you still want to be, you think we gonna still put you on our shit though, but you ain't letting us in on your shit? No, it don't work that way, nigga. You doing that project with him, do that project with him. You got that going on. You're not finna be on my shit too. I don't want you on my shit. You didn't want us on that. So why the fuck would we put you on our shit? We gonna do this one by ourselves and try to win awards off of it. Simple. Why is that a problem? Drake made this a problem. Like, come on, this shit weird.
That too.
It's already cooked. Top secret.
Yeah. My brother.
Top secret.
But regardless of the reasoning behind Metro Boomin's salty tweets, he would then respond to a fan asking if his beef with Drake is serious, to which Metro replied, "It's not deep at all, LMAO." However, after unfollowing Metro Boomin on Instagram and going on to call him out on this Kick livestream, it's safe to say Drake did not feel the same way.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? You guys... That's what I thought. No.
And then they did that shit though.
But again, to confirm Metro and basically the entire rest of the rap industry's beef with Drake came his collab album with Future in March. And although neither of them are yet to directly state the reason for their beef, to sum it up, it seems like everybody was picking sides and Future chose Metro Boomin's who he's worked with for longer. Not to mention people love drama and beef is great for album sales. Again though, some fans believe Drake and Future's disses to each other were soft compared to the other rappers involved. Which then begs the question, will we ever see this duo
set the Pitbull Kendrick
Honestly,
on him. That's what it
there's
was.
still a chance we could see Drake and Future.
They was
work
like, we on
together
Kendrick's
again in the
side. That's
future.
what they was
Not only
on.
has Drake rekindled relationships from past major beefs with artists such as Meek Mill, but like academics said, they are too great to let some petty drama get between them. As we just learned, Drake and Future's friendship has been rocky since the very beginning, but in terms of where it goes from here, only time will tell.
Nah, I think that shit over with. And what they really did, they was like, Kendrick, get him, please. We get why you was on that with him, Kendrick. Get this nigga, please. We all on that. We all get it. Let's get this nigga up out of here. We ain't gonna work with him no more. Do whatever you gotta do to this nigga, bro. We ain't in it. Get this nigga, bro. Get his ass up out of here. And then Kendrick did that shit. Kendrick like, oh, he ain't got everybody from the A. Everybody from the A ain't fucking with him. Everybody ain't fucking with this nigga. I got it. And then that's what we saw. That's what we saw happen, man. Then the rest is now history. But man, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But with that being said, KingMarcell out. Peace.
When the pain grows, anything goes. Devil is a lie, looking for the prize. That's eternal life. Bringing the things in my mind. Talking real peace of mind. That's something money.